Hello, welcome to Friday's edition of Creative You Knitting and Crocheting Podcast. The theme today is knitted scarves that take 250 yards or less. So before we get into that, I worked on my crocheted calypso shawl last night, and everything I did, I ended up ripping out. Did you ever have those days? But I'm back on track. This sienna brown is really an unusual, wow, I wouldn't have thought of putting that in there, but I like it. So once you get into the flow of this, it's easy. So I think I finally have it. I may not finish it in a day. Obviously I won't, like Katie, but does seem to be quite a bit of this sienna brown color. So instead of one row, it looks like I'll be getting 2 or 3. So, and then this is like a little ribbed top, not a bra quite, but a little ribbed top that one of my granddaughters wanted. This is Cascade Fixation, and she likes pastel colors. If I didn't want pooling of color, I could have done 2 row patches. One row of one color, 1 row of the other skein, but I didn't. I just kind of come what may. So I think she will like that. This yarn is nice. It's nice to work with. It has spandex in it. It's nice stretch. And I like some of the color pooling. It looks kind of neat, but I'm not sure I like that big blob. But you do have the green breaking in, so it should be interesting. And now on for lacy scarves. Scarves can really make an outfit. You can just have a t-shirt on and end up with a really nice what's the matter, honey? Oh, come here. Should I show you on the podcast? Patches, when we first got her, was like a big fat lump. Renee, one of my customers, has a cat similar to this, and they called it Plumpkin because it was like big fat pumpkin. But I don't know that Patches likes to be picked up. Come here. Oh, nope. I don't think she's going to be a guest. So once this is blocked, and this is going to be kind of difficult to block because of all of it, I might even try to fold it in thirds and kind of block it that way. And I was hoping to get it finished, but oh well. I will show you. So it's pretty, and it's a 12 row pattern that you're supposed to repeat, I think, 17 times. And it goes so fast. Before you know it, you're done your 17 rows. Your even rows are knit 2, purl across, and then knit 2. I'm using Ella Rae Cozy Bamboo, which has a nice sheen to it. It's 20% wool. And for whatever reason, it did not go over well in my shop. People were suspicious about bamboo, and I don't get it. But it's a 2 skeins because this yarn only has 105 yards. But I want to make it big enough so that I can... what am I doing here? Jumping rope. I'm jumping rope. So that I can loop it around like that and down. And I guess you could let it curled up like that, but I would like the pretty leaves to be shown. Holly, hey Holly, if you're watching, said that she had put probably a double pointed needle in her hair, and then she lost her needle. And her daughter did not think that was very funny. I think as you get older, you worry less and less about what people think. And I think that's why the 60s and 70s are kind to a lot of women, because you don't have that pull to make someone happy or to worry about what they think. So there's my dog. He wants in, so he's probably going to bark the duration. But there's what this will look like when it's blocked. This is a free pattern by Jennifer Jones. It only takes 110 yards. So I guess it is a one skein. Maybe I'm making mine longer. I think I'm on my second skein, but I didn't want it to be really short. People gave it a 4.5-star rating, and they're on a dark top. See how pretty that looks? So I wouldn't want to wear it all curled up. In variegated, you can't really see the pattern very well. You can't see the leaves, so I wouldn't recommend that. Looks very nice in dark colors. So this is something, seriously, if you were watching a movie, you may be able to do in an evening. It looks cute knotted up. And again, not real crazy about the variegated, but I guess if you just want the color effect, here it is in Noro Silk Garden. And I'm sorry about the dog. He is very stubborn, and so he's going to continue to bark. It looks like they made theirs wider, which that would be an option. And that actually looks kind of like my cat from the back, but Patches has a big pumpkin colored spot. And there, this gal turned it into a cow. So I wanted to share with you some other patterns that do not take a lot of yarn. And you know, whether it's 250 yards of DK weight or 250 yards of Aran weight or 250 yards of lace weight, it's still 250 yards. I find that people shy away from lace weight yarn. There's one called the Leafy Lace Scarf by Byrnne Sutton. Also quite a few projects that's done with a DK weight. And it is kind of similar to this. So, and I will write these down in the description. So Leafy Lace Scarf. Here's Liesl by Mary Joy Gumayagay, I believe. Also free pattern. 210 yards of an Aran weight yarn. And again, leaves. And an Aran weight is heavier than a worsted. I get these questions all the time. And it looks pretty whether you do it in a light color. There, I think you can really see the leaves. Oh, isn't that pretty? They're like doublets. Oh, and it also looks pretty in a solid. But again, if you choose a variegated, oh, isn't that lovely? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so excited. You know what happens? I do this theme for the show, and then I have all these things in my queue, and then I don't want to stop. I want to make them all. So this is called Branching Out by Susan Lawrence. This has over 6,000 patterns. And again, there's the leaf motif. And this takes only 190 yards of a DK weight. And it just looks so pretty. So they're each a little bit different. Wow, you could do leafy scarves for Christmas presents and do one of each. And let's see, the Autumn Day Scarf, Aran weight, 210 yards. So not quite a leaf, but still, you know, if you've knitted shawls with like 1,500 yards or whatever, these little scarves are like nothing. You'll be done before you know it. This one is Scarf for Allie, 225 yards of a lace weight. And again, I would caution you not to shy away from lace weight yarn. It's one of the best kept secrets. You can knit something up cheaply, very inexpensively. So there's that one. And some of the lace weight yarns, you can really get a lot of yardage. And then lastly, the Leaf Lace Scarf. And she doesn't say how much, but there's the pattern. So who doesn't like a beautiful scarf, right? And then I'm always tempted to check in and see what other projects they've designed. I just have to know. And it looks like she has designed a lot. Here's one called Ficus, which Ficus or Ficus is the name of a plant. But again, that's 500 yards. So I am trying to show you like 250 yards or less. And I'm tempted. Yeah. So that's my show for tonight. We're headed into Memorial Day, which I completely didn't even know. Someone said, have a nice holiday. And I'm like, you too. I'm wondering, what are they talking about? So I know some people have been really down about the whole COVID thing. And you know, I've been tempted to lay in bed or just kind of vegetate, and I know that God expects more. Oh, look, I'm admiring myself. Doesn't that look pretty against the blue? My Bible study is in the book of Joshua, and they lost a battle. And Joshua was on his face, laying on the ground, crying. God told him, get up. What are you doing down there? Get up. God had plans for him, and God has plans for you. God has plans for your life, and they're not going to come to pass if you're laying in bed or sitting around being glum. So get up. What are you doing in bed? What are you doing laying around? It's time to get going, put that foot on the pedal, and let's go. So I think I better go and let my dog in. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with my new scarf on, all finished. Have a great evening. Shine, baby, shine.